Welcome back to Once Upon a Sister. I'm Faith.
I'm Rosalie,
And we're your hosts. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
What do I say?
We're super excited, or I'm super excited
yeah.
today.
This is a fun little new idea.
We thought about playing a little game where we guess the first lines of books, or like we read the first line of a book and then we guess the book from that. But we were thinking like,
because when we've done the like guess books based on their 1-star reviews, we
we're the ones that
often
have
like
to look.
we do it for each other. We often like look at the same books.
Yeah.
So we read the reviews and then we like.
So we were scared with this one. Like obviously we're gonna be looking at the same books.
And then
how
we'll know
are
all
we
the answers.
like? We're gonna remember those, like the first lines. So we thought we compiled a list of like all the books we've read, like both read. And then we had my mom, or our mom, sorry.
Yeah.
This is my mom.
Or siblings.
We had our mom compile them all, or like look through them and write them out, and then the book is under the paper. So
she didn't do obviously all the books we
just
both
look
read,
through the
like,
ones. So we're excited because like obviously we
have
can
no
have
idea
a
what
clue
she
of
wrote.
what might be in here, but
I'm a little
haven't
nervous.
done the looking.
Yeah, because we haven't done looking. I'm a little nervous because like she called me today because she was like, she's trying to find a couple more options. So I was looking through like my Goodreads and telling her, okay, we both read this, but I was getting back to books that I read like over 3 years ago. Like, so I'm like getting a little nervous because we have no idea how this is gonna go. I might not remember any of these.
I feel like I'll be able to get some of them, but I don't know if it's gonna be all of them.
Like if it's ACOTAR and Throne of Glass and Fourth, and like that's probably easier to guess.
Yeah,
but like
I'm excited though.
The little random romance books.
I feel like I could get those more than you, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, because even some of them, like I was looking, I was like, oh, we both read the cheat sheet. Like we both read those a long time ago. So that's.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like sometimes beginning lines can be so discreet, or be so discreet. So it's like, who knows?
And then she was saying that like our mom was looking at some of the books and like she was like, oh, now I want to read this book. Like,
she was saying some of these lines are really good. Now I'm like interested in the book. Well, I'm like, now after we do this, I'm like, well, what were the books you were looking at?
Yeah, because I want to know what she's interested in. Right. But anyway, before that, what have you been reading?
All right, I guess I'll go first. Do you want to go first? Because you don't have much update.
Yeah, I know. I'm in like a reading slump a little bit. It's kind of making me a little bit sad, but I just haven't. Yeah, like I've been sick. My kids have been sick. We've been like renovating our bathroom. Went out of town. Like it's just. I feel like there's been so much up and down that I haven't really had a ton of time to read. So I don't really have any of an update. Like last week I said that I was reading the book of the month and I'm still reading. I'm almost done. Like I'm literally like, I probably have like an hour left. But I haven't read anything else, which is just so weird for me. It's making me sad that I'm like, because I feel like in April I was just blowing through. And so like I need to.
It's not even that like you've had some time to read, but it's like you don't have the time to sit down and
actually ingest what I'm reading.
Ingest and like get that rhythm going of like wanting to read.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on, but and then also like when I'm sick. So the thing is like I've been having headaches when I get sick, and when I have a headache, I cannot read. Like my brain, like it hurts so bad. So I'm like, that's another thing is like I just haven't been reading because of that. So it is what it is, but. Hopefully next week I have a better update because I've been.
I mean, you're gonna have to be because
yeah.
You have to finish the book. Anyways, I am currently listening to A Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry.
Oh,
I'm
really?
only like maybe 5 chapters in. I'm intrigued. And I just like
Is that the one that Mom did?
Yeah, she just listened to it. The last chapter I just read or listened to on the way here was finally like something happened, so the two main characters, the guy and the girl, like go out and do something together. So I'm like finally getting into the meat of the relationship forming, so I'm excited for that. But I am listening to that, so that's whenever I get time. I am also reading Catching Fire.
Finally,
I decided to pick it up yesterday. I was gonna continue reading A Great Big Beautiful Life like on my Kindle because I have that available, but I also have Catching Fire, and I was like, I got the urge to read it, so I'm like, let me do it. And I don't know, I'm loving it so far. Like, the last chapter I read before I had to come here was the one where they announce that they're going to be reaping from the previous victors. But I can't even remember exactly what I was going to say, but it's so different. And like, I feel like especially Catching Fire is crucial because the way you see Peeta yearn for her, like, obviously we see it in the first book, but like the first half of this book so far, like you really see it. And the way he's just like, I don't know, like he yearns for her, but he doesn't like push it. No. Like he's just there.
He's just there for her.
And you're also getting to see them form their friendship. Like you're getting to see them actually form a relationship outside of like they have to perform for the Capitol and like be the winner. Like it's just you get to see them actually be people together. And like I was literally just reading the scene where Katniss is like recovering from this injury, which you don't even get to see in the movie. Yeah. Which this is just such a pivotal moment, I feel like, because Katniss is recovering from this injury and her and Peeta are hanging out and he's helping her, like, I don't know, because she has nothing to do but sit, and he's like helping her with some sort of book thing she's doing and like drawing stuff for her because he's a little artist, and she just like goes on about like his eyelashes and like his hands and like just these details of him. I'm like, you don't get to see that in the movies. You don't get to see like the way she falls for him.
I saw this TikTok and it was always a love triangle. Whatever. Like Katniss never showed any interest in Peeta. I'm like, she spends a whole page describing him. Like she has been caring for that man. Like
a little bit before that, she kind of like, it was weird, but she made some sort of decision like she might be with Gale. I don't even understand. That was I was kind of confused. I was like, what is actually going on here? Because I don't know.
I can't remember that part, but I feel like
she and they decide they're gonna run away, and then he gets like his back whipped and like I don't know, and then she's just kind of like when he's laying on the table getting his medicine and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
she's focused on Gale, but then like she gets injured, and then she's spending so much time with Peeta, and like those are pivotal moments. I'm like, if you literally at work the other day, my coworkers were talking about like how you don't see it, and I was like, read the books now. Like now I know, read the books, because and obviously we always said
it's like read the books, because so much of the books are Katniss's thoughts.
Yeah, and you so really you just get to see
like her thought process and like all the little behind the scene things that and like,
you really like I feel like now that I'm thinking about the movies and I'm reading the book, I'm like, I don't know who Peeta is. Like now that I'm reading the books, I'm like, you get to know Peeta, even though I don't know, like we're still watching their relationship form. Like you just get to know him through the little things he does and like the way he treats Katniss, even though he is in love with her, and like all the scenes where it was like her having nightmares and like just kidding. I was like, I'm so into this book right now.
No, I love it. I'm so glad you're finally reading it, and I'm so pumped for you to read Sunrise on the Reaping.
But I'm also like, as much as I'm enjoying it right now, I'm just so scared for like the devastation that's gonna come. Also, just all the things that are happening that don't happen in the movie, like Katniss in this. It's not necessarily spoiler, but she goes like out in the perimeters to go hunt, and she meets these two girls that have like run away from District 8. You don't see that in the movie at all. And that's such a pivotal moment too. Like that's her introduction to like maybe something is going on with District 13, and that's like all. So I
read these books obviously like when they came out, like, and I read them like I want to say back to back. Like I read through them, then I read them again. That's how I used to do it, because I would be like stuck in the world.
One series.
But when I did my reread last year, I had completely forgot about that, and I was like, what is this? Where am I?
And it's like a whole chapter.
Yeah, it's a whole section, and I'm like, why did they? I feel like it was pivotal because we learned information.
That was like I don't know. Anyway. There's so many things that we don't get to see that
we need to do when you're done. Like we need to do a Hunger Games episode.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that.
Because Sunrise on the Reaping, like if you watch the episode where it wasn't even about that. It was just that I had like, oh, like what are you reading? I was talking about that.
Like, you were crying.
It was like a 10-minute tangent about. Oh, that book was like wild.
Yeah, but so I'm reading that, and then I just got Mockingjay available, so I'm ready to jump into that. Yeah. I feel like I'm like I don't know why, but I took a while break after Hunger Games getting into Catching Fire, but that was also because I didn't have it available. But Mockingjay just came available, and I'm like, I just know I'm gonna need to immediately jump into that.
The Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes was good. It wasn't like my favorite.
Yeah,
of the
probably
books.
Just listen to that one.
I would say it's a different narrator, so you could probably just listen to that one, because it's like Sunrise over 500 pages. I do want to
read.
Yeah. Sunrise on the Reaping.
It's like a new hyperfixation, and now I'm like, I really want to watch the movies, but
no, I know
the books are just so much better already. Like, just nothing. I don't know why they cut this whole thing out of the movie. Like, this is such a big moment of Peeta and Katniss. Like, I feel like it's a big moment too of her softening her heart towards him.
Yeah, and that's what I always say. Like, I remember when we would, because if you remember when Hunger Games came out, they came out back to back every November for like 3 years. Yeah. And it was like, our dad loves those kind of movies, and so do I. So we were like pumped each year for them to come out. And I remember my dad being like, it was 4 years because Mockingjay was split to 2. But my dad being like, is it going to be Gale? Is it going to be Peeta? And I'm like, if you read the books.
Did he not read them?
I don't think so. It was kind of more just like, because the whole fandom thing was like it was like a love triangle thing.
Yeah.
But there's no question if you read the books.
But I feel like there is not necessarily a question, but like I feel like Katniss does question herself of like why she doesn't necessarily feel anything towards Gale.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like such a perfect situation of like they've grown up together, they're close. Gale definitely loves her and literally tells her that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's why she was kind of pushing herself towards him, just for like literally a chapter in the book. Yeah. But then literally immediately after that, you see development between her and Peeta, and it's just like there's literally no question about it.
I think there's like a part of it that it's like it felt like probably a little bit of security for her.
Yeah.
But
and then also I feel like there's so much you get to see in the book of like I feel like Katniss doesn't think that she's allowed to fall for Peeta because in her mind, her and Peeta are like this tool for the Capitol. Yeah. So even though they are kind of like part of the rebellion, a tool for that, but like they are also a tool for the Capitol. So I feel like she doesn't want to let herself actually feel anything. Yeah. But she really does.
Oh, I can't wait for you to be Sunrise on the Reaping.
So excited. I'm like 50% through and I'm just enjoying it. Anyways.
It's so fun.
That's all. What are y'all reading?
Let us know.
Now we're gonna get into this.
I'm in a little bit of slump. But like, dude, I was watching I'll Read What She's Reading most recent episode this week, and they're all saying like that they were in a slump. So
I know. It's not just me. Like, I was watching it and I almost texted you. I was like, why is everyone in a slump right now?
I'm never in a slump. Every time someone's in a slump, I'm not in it with them. But now I'm having my first little slump. All right, let's get into it.
Do we want to like
just pull it up from the?
But like one of us read it and then this like like we can look at it together, but we can take turns reading them.
Okay, I'll read this one out loud. Ready? Thick, hot liquid runs down my arm. I know this.
What?
It's blood. It's... No. It's powerless.
It's Asimov. Wait, what?
It's powerless. It's honey. It's the honey.
Thick,
hot liquid runs down my arm. It's the honey. I just did my reread. It's the honey.
Oh, because she's grabbing, with her
she's stealing the... Okay,
let's
open it and see. Okay, we might have needed like a...
Scissors? Yeah. Can you rip it?
I don't know.
If you're watching, you can see the cards that we have.
Dude, I know this is powerless. Powerless!
Okay, so I guess point for you.
Dude, I was like, I know this because I just reread in April. So I was like, what is this?
That's crazy.
Or it was
obviously
March.
like my mind just immediately went to blood, but
no, I know. But I was like, wait a minute, I know this.
All right, next. That was fast.
If they're part of a series, are they stacked together?
I don't know. Should we shuffle them?
Maybe we should.
I feel like Mom probably did shuffle them.
I know. I just want to double check. Hello.
This is so fun already.
I know. Okay. I'm sure she did. She's going to watch this. She's like, guys, I already did that for you. Okay.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
Conscription Day is always the deadliest.
Conscription Day? What's conscription?
Conscription Day. What the heck?
I know what that is. Why can't I not say it? Conscription Day. I know this.
Is this the prison healer?
I don't know.
What is Conscription
Day? It's like the day where like they're chosen for something.
The Hunger Games. Wait, no. That would be Reaping.
That's the Reaping.
Sorry.
Rose was like, oh. Why do I want to say it's like Fourth Wing or something? Because it's like...
I think so.
Let's see.
Because that's when they...
Because it's the deadliest because so many people die just getting up on the thing, on the parapet.
But like, yeah. I think you're right. I don't know. Are we like keeping points? Because I don't know.
No, there's no point. Rose is over here like, I'm already losing. I mean, if I win, then I guess we can keep points.
Rip. Okay. Is our final answer Fourth Wing? I don't think. I feel like.
I really feel like it's Fourth Wing.
Oh my gosh. Hello? Oh my gosh. How did, I feel like you're going to be better just because, I don't know. I feel like I have such a forgetful mind.
Well, this is very descriptive because.
Yeah.
I feel like both of these are very descriptive.
I know my mind immediately went to like, this is something where like we're having to choose something. Like a book that starts off like that. All right. Next one. Don't open it.
Sorry. Love is a Lie. Oh.
This has to be a romance book.
Yeah. I literally couldn't tell you. That's what I was like. If it's a fantasy, I'm going to have an easier time.
I feel like I want to say The Hating Game.
Love is a Lie. Trying to think of books we both read. I literally don't have a guess for it, so do you want to just open it?
I feel like it might be The Hating or The Cheat Sheet. I don't know.
First Time Caller.
Oh, I forgot you read that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I forgot it. I literally just read that too. But I mean, like, that's a very basic sentence.
But it's hard. I don't know. I also just don't pay attention to opening lines.
Also, if you're playing this with us, tell us how many you got right, because I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna fly through.
Well, she did 18 because we have a good stack.
All right.
Ready?
My mother's dying wish was for me to take a people we meet on vacation.
Sorry. She's getting competitive.
Okay.
You just zoom in on your face right there. The look you just gave me.
Did I give you a look?
You were like, people we meet on vacation. You like eyed me like,
I don't
like crazy.
I wasn't trying to. Okay, I don't even think I said the last one.
No, you didn't. It's my mother's dying wish was for me to take a vacation.
It has to be people we meet on vacation. Open it.
That was so intense. This is where a mic stand would come in handy when we do stuff like this. Yeah.
All right, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna flip.
It says The Bodyguard.
Oh, I was so confident.
No, she was so confident. You were desperate to get one right.
Is her mother even dead in that?
What?
Is her mother even dead in that? Like, I don't even know. I didn't think. I didn't even try to think. I just saw the word vacation.
Why am I thinking of the rom-com? I have a trouble
so The Bodyguard is the one where she's literally a bodyguard, and she like goes to stay on the ranch that the actor lives at, and then the rom-commers.
That one is her dad's sick, or her dad's injured.
What? Yeah, her dad's injured, so she like travels. I think she's either a screenwriter or like something to do with like writing books or like papers.
she wrote like a
so she like goes to stay with someone to write.
Rosalie saw the word vacation in her mind, said, people we meet on vacation. That is so funny. Okay, ready?
Okay.
My mother taught me the golden rule of dating before I even hit the 2nd grade.
What? Okay.
It's gotta be a
also romance. For us, it's like we can kind of narrow it down because we can think like our mom did books that we both read.
Yeah.
So it's like we immediately know that like this could be the Hating Game, this could be the Cheat Sheet,
it could be any of Rebel Blue Ranch.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that series.
Okay, well it can't be the first one because her mom.
Yeah. My mom told me the golden.
The only one that it really could be is like. I don't know.
It's not a fantasy.
2nd grade. I don't know.
I don't think this is going to be Rebel Blue Ranch. Unless it's potentially Lost and Lassoed.
The golden rule? Does it have to do with like the cheat sheet, like rules? Like.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm going to
with the romance, I feel like I'm just going to struggle.
Yeah, that's what I said is like. I don't know.
I feel like we should make a guess though. Like.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just going to say cheat sheet.
I'll say. I don't know. Maybe the cheat sheet because I have no clue. Better than the movies. Wow. Yeah, our cousin's reading that for the first time right now, so she's gonna listen to this and be like,
literally would not.
I read that so long ago. Though. You read it even longer ago than me.
I literally. Yeah,
that's the thing. Unless it has like an outrageous start to it, like how am I gonna remember from a romance novel? That's why I started to fizzle out with romance because I felt like they were all kind of the same. Like,
but especially with fantasy, it's like the lines can be so specific to what's happening,
to what's going on in the book,
and like romance, like it's a romance book, so it's like there's not much variety there. I feel like.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are zooming through these right now.
It's okay.
Okay. My dad was a lot taller than my mother. I mean, a lot.
What?
This is so much harder than I thought.
That's what I was like. If it's a book we read forever ago, like
okay, potentially. I said this before. Like I feel like I'm guessing the same books. Potentially The Hating Game because like she's short in that, so maybe she's talking about her mother being short compared to her dad.
My dad was a lot taller than my mother. I mean, a lot.
The sticker saying good luck.
Good luck. I guess
this is so much harder than I thought.
Yeah. I guess I'll say the hating game.
That's just like what all I can think of, because like I'm trying to relate it to something in the book. Watch it be another people we meet on vacation.
That's what I'm like. I don't feel like this has like it's not any of the Rebel Blue Ranch. Like it wouldn't make any sense. Here we go.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Love in Other Words. I have not read this book.
I read that over 3 years
so
ago.
long ago. Yeah.
That's a good one. Love in Other Words.
I love that book.
Wouldn't have got that one. Sorry. Is this even fun to watch? It's just
I need the fantasies.
Okay, ready?
Oh
After a year of slavery in the salt mines.
Throw glass.
After a year of slavery in the salt mines of Endomir, I can't remember how you say it. Selena Sardathian was accustomed to being escorted everywhere in shackles and at sword
That's so
point.
funny though, because like
It has the
it's Throne of Glass.
Yeah.
Our mom. I think the thing about that is like it's first or third person, so she doesn't know that name is the main character.
Throne of Glass.
Because I feel like she would have like crossed it out
the name. But I mean, I got it before I even read her name.
No,
so
literally
after a year of slavery in the salt mines.
Literally, all I needed
Year
was
of
a year
slavery.
of slavery,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, this is that's such an iconic starting line.
No, I know. That's like
you can like.
it makes me want to reread it.
I know. I want to read. So we keep saying that every episode,
No,
and
I
like
know.
I think we talked about it last week. Like our cousin's reading Avatar. Every time she texts us, we text. I want to reread, and she's
No,
like,
because
"Well,
think
just
about it, like
reread."
whenever I'm missing like a movie I love, like I just go
We
watch
just
it.
go
But, like
in.
for us, like the whole series where it's like
a little bit different with books, especially because we're like I don't know, we're always reading books, so
yeah.
it's like the timing of things, and then I don't know, it feels wrong to just read a book. Like I want to read the whole series.
No, yeah, I saw someone post like I'm not gonna spoil anything, but a certain situation in Heir of Fire, and then they were like, because there's like this whole dynamic between two characters, and then it gets revealed later on something about the two of them together, and so she's like us, like them not knowing what's going on, and us like screaming like guys like open your eyes. And so someone was like, I'm okay, like BRB, I'm gonna go read just their interactions in Heir of Fire. I'm like, oh my gosh, just that jumping in.
Hey, we got a point, or you got two, but I got a point at least.
I said it before you. Watch it back, girl.
I wasn't saying you were. You said this wasn't a competition.
I know. You just said you got 2 and I got 1.
No, I said you got 2 and I've got
Okay.
1. I was just trying to say
Well, that one was
that
a
I
tie.
finally have a point and you have another point. Okay.
Well, then I have 3 because I got the first 2 right off the bat.
Wait, what was the second?
Powerless and Fourth Wing.
Oh, I forgot you got Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why I thought you were taking away my.
no, I know. I just forgot that one.
Rosie's over here like. Are we competing?
No. Okay. All right. Lucy reads. Lucy reads Eyes Flutter My Way.
Wait,
Is that a dual POV? I don't think it is.
but does it start in his POV?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it starts in his POV. But that's definitely the hating game.
Lucy's her
Because-
name, right? Lucy is her
I
name.
get I think it does start in his POV because this is like them sitting in their office
Yeah.
and her looking up at him.
Let's
It
see.
says Lucy
I didn't
reads
think it
Eyes
would
Flutter
start-
My Way.
Does it really start in his point of view?
I know that feels wrong. Also, because I feel like romances usually start in the girl's point of view.
Yeah, let's
Well-
see. I feel like there's nothing else that it could be though. Like, I mean, Lucy is her name.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Heartless?
Wait, like
Who's Lucy?
Heartless, like from Chestnut Springs?
I guess.
Who's Lucy?
I don't remember Lucy.
I'm so confused. I'm about to like
Okay, wait.
download it on Kindle
Is it
Unlimited.
because...
I don't have it, so
Okay, I think that book starts off in Willa's point of view. And I think she's at her job. Like, it starts off and she's on shift. So, potentially, this is someone in her job?
but why would it start with
I just got it on my Kindle. Because it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to go see.
because I don't
This
have
doesn't
I don't
feel
have
right.
it physical.
Okay, chapter 1. Lucy... What? Okay, so it starts in Cade's point of view, and they're interviewing someone to be a nanny for his kid.
That's such a random.
I know, because like, why would they just put her whole name?
The way we threw our heart into
we threw our heart into the heartless one. We were so dead set. That's crazy.
Well, that's why I was like, I know the hating game. I know her name's Lucy,
but the Reed part did not feel right.
The Reed did not
That's
feel
why
right.
I was like second guessing.
Yeah.
Wow, that one really stumped us.
Maybe I'd always been broken and dark inside.
Okay, this has to be fantasy.
This has to be fantasy. Is this... Part of me wants to say it's reckless.
But I feel like... I can't spoil, but I feel like it starts off with her... Well... I feel like
it's first person, so it's not Throne of Glass.
It's not Crescent City. I wonder if it's the Wicked King or like the Queen of Nothing.
I know, but that's not first person.
It isn't?
No. Is it Iron Flame?
Wait. Is it As Good as Dead?
Ooh. I don't know.
I feel like that, like if you've read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, the way the third book is and what Pip is dealing with, I feel like that could potentially.
Either that, or.
I love how I said fantasy. This is definitely fantasy, and I could see it being that.
Either that or reckless.
Okay, I'm gonna say As Good as Dead.
A Court of Mist and Fury.
What?
That's my favorite book.
I literally almost said that too, because the way the first book ends off.
Yeah.
I know I didn't say it. Don't come for me. I almost said that because the way the first book leaves off and like what happens to her at the end.
Yeah.
I wondered if it was that, but I just felt like that wasn't going to be the first line.
Yeah, I did not remember that. That's so funny because that's like my favorite book.
Yeah, well, call us fake fans.
It's also been a long time. It's also hard to remember the first line of a book.
First lines are like, I don't know. I don't know, because sometimes people are like, oh, the first lines are iconic, and sometimes they are. Like, Throne of Glass, like, I would get that any day, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so bad.
I know, I'm sorry. I feel like, I promise I love you.
Oh, and I literally was thinking about it, but oh my gosh, okay, whatever. Okay. There are very few reasons for a meeting between two cloaked figures in the dead of the night.
Fearless! Our elbows hit. Our elbows yelled it. I can't wait to watch that back. We were so intense right there. As soon as I saw the cloak, two figures cloaked, I was like,
cloaked. But the way we were like fighting to say it, we're like, this isn't a competition. This has to be Fearless.
No, there's literally no way it's not. It's Fearless.
Fearless! Right. That's another. See, like, some lines I feel like are just icon. Like, that is, there's no way you're not hitting that.
And also, like, I feel like it helps that we just read it and we did a whole episode on it and we talked about that. Like,
but it's also just such a, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I would never forget that.
No, because that has a big part to do with what happens later on. That's
and
why.
then literally,
sorry, I'm itching. I have a sunburn on, and so it's starting to like. I'm over here like, sorry guys, I'm going to the river. I'm going crazy over here. Okay, that one was fun.
It's like when you get it, it's so
satisfying.
Knowing
like
it,
getting to like know it right away.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Frankly, Olive was it's gonna be
love hypothesis.
Yeah. Olive was a bit on the fence about this whole grad thing.
That's the love hypothesis.
She has I don't think I've ever read another book with a girl named Olive.
I literally meant to tell Mom to like not put their names in it.
Well, I was talking to her about that, and I was like, but there's no way for her to come in later and be like,
what?
Like fill in the blank for us.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Love hypothesis.
I feel like this is one where we could have gotten it because it's like talking about the grad thing.
She could have maybe put in parentheses like FMC or whatever.
Yeah, that one. But
that's a good idea for next time. Well, I don't know how.
We just know that right.
We won't be able to do this again for a while because we have to read a bunch of the same books.
Or we'll have to make sure that it's like
books we didn't do last time.
Yeah. Well, we did get that one at least.
Yeah. We got 2 in a row.
Okay. When I wake up, the other side of the bed is cold.
Oh.
I feel like this might be fantasy.
Why do I feel like it's one of the Cruel Prince books? No, because
That's
first person.
Okay, so it's first person. Huh. What if it's powerful? Well, would she say bed or would she say?
They don't share a bed though. They have like their own mats.
But I thought they slept next to each other. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Or it could be a romance.
I feel like I don't have a guess.
You've only read up to Heartless, right?
Yeah.
For Chestnut Springs. I don't know. I have no idea. Do you feel like it's a fantasy or a romance?
I don't know. Part of you wants to say, like, is it Iron Flame, maybe, or...
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Like Iron Flame or Onyx Storm?
Also, is it one of ACOTAR, too?
We're looking at her shelves.
Sorry, yeah, we're just staring.
I don't think it's ACOTAR.
I don't have a guess. Let's just see what it is.
Or potentially it could be ACOWAR. But no... I don't know. Let's just
potentially ACOWAR or...
I feel like I am going to say ACOWAR. I don't know why.
Okay, well...
We'll see. Okay.
The Hunger Games. I'm sorry. I honestly almost said that, but I was like, I'm not sure.
Now, like, yeah.
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 I literally was looking at it and I was like,
because that's her and Prim being in bed.
Yeah, because she shares a bed with
Prim.
Oh my
gosh.
Or Prim always gets into her bed, but...
And you read that recently.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Revolution tastes oddly sweet. Oh. Revolution tastes oddly sweet. Okay, it's gotta be...
Fantasy.
What? I recognize this.
I don't think it's... Also, it's not necessarily first person, so...
What could this
be?
Revolution.
So it's like after...
Revolution tastes oddly sweet.
It has to be fantasy. Or what if it's... Sorry, what's the second Good Girl's Guide to Murder book? Good Girl Gone Bad?
Yeah.
Wonder if it's talking about that because she solved the case. So it could be like the revolution of that. But why would she say tastes oddly sweet? Like, that doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Part of me wants to say it's... Could it be ACOWAR?
But did they get... No. Because revolution doesn't happen. It could be A Court of Frost and Starlight.
I don't have a guess. Do you have one?
Okay, I'll just... No, because that's... I don't know. I'll just say A Court of Frost and Starlight.
Iron Flame. I was going to say Iron Flame, but I've said it so many times.
Why do we get scared to, like, guess a book we've already guessed?
No,
like, as if we didn't get it wrong.
Because I'm like, I'm thinking of trying to look at books that are, like, have a revolution. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, Iron Flame, but I've said it so many times already. Yeah. So I'm like, I should have just said it out loud. I promise it was in the noggin.
Thinking things in our head and not saying them. Okay. Death arrived at twilight.
What? Death
arrived at twilight.
Why do I feel like this is one of the Throne of Glass books?
Could be. I would have no idea which one.
I want to say I'm going to say one of the Throne of Glass books. I just don't know which one. Oh, sorry, it's yours open. I just don't know which one. They all blend together in my brain.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to remember like what events happened
in which book.
Like after Throne of Glass,
I can point out stuff that happened in Air Fire because that was like
a pivotal, yeah.
But because she like went to a new location, like it was very different. But okay,
I feel like I'll say something in Throne of Glass too, or at least a fantasy book. The Prison Healer.
What was it again? Death.
Oh my gosh, we literally should.
We both just read that. All right, next one.
We're not the best at this.
Wait. On a drowsy Sunday afternoon, a man in a long dark coat hesitated in front of a house on a tree-lined street. What?
On a drowsy Sunday afternoon, a man in a long dark coat
hesitated in front of a house on a tree-lined street.
This is giving like just fiction, but like you haven't read any fiction book.
Oh wait, then I'm Making of June Farrow.
Oh,
maybe, right?
Wait, what? But that book starts off with her at Grant's funeral.
Right? I don't know.
Honestly, I would not be able to remember because I started that book when I was sick. So I feel like this first line is not going to stand out to me. Wait.
I'm just opening it. On a drowsy Sunday afternoon, a man in a long dark coat hesitated in front of a house on a tree-lined street.
I guess potentially.
Is it Cruel Prince? No, because that starts with...
No. I was about to say apprentice to the villain, or assistant to the villain, but that doesn't...
No, it doesn't feel right.
They wouldn't have tree-lined streets. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
I don't have a guess.
I'm trying to think of any other books we both read. We're like constantly looking at Facebook shelf to see and like what books. Would it be The 7-Year Slip?
I don't know. Ready?
Or Bride?
Was that on the list?
I don't know. Okay.
The Cruel Prince. Oh. I was right because immediately how it starts off is like that guy comes to her house.
What guy?
Well, her I can't remember. It's been a long time. Is it her mom's original husband?
Cruel Prince?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where she's like in the mortal world.
Yeah.
And then the guy comes in like...
Why did I sound British there? Yeah.
I don't want to give anything away, but he comes in, you know?
I don't know why I'm not remembering that.
Okay, well, that's why I thought it was that. Because a man comes to their house. That's like the first chapter. And like takes them.
I know they started in Mortal World. I just... Oh, okay. I don't know why. I was thinking about when they were older. I wasn't thinking about when they were kids for some reason.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's why I was totally thrown off. Okay.
Now I'm surprised I got that.
Okay. This apartment is...
It's 7-Year Slip.
This apartment is magical. Aunt
Analea
once said, sitting in her wingback chair, the color of a robin's egg, her hair twisted with a silver dagger hairpin.
Did Mom read this one?
Yeah. Wait, did she?
I think so, right? Yeah,
she did. She did. The 7-Year Slip, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, that one's literally the whole promise is it's like a magical apartment, so...
Yeah. We got it.
Okay. All right.
We got two more.
In my opinion, there was almost nothing better than a good checklist. Is this the hating game?
I know what this... I've heard this.
Is this Good Girl's Guide to Murder?
I'm feeling like it's a romance.
Is this...
This sounds so familiar.
Wild and Wrangled?
And I feel like I read it recently for some reason, but I might be wrong.
Because in Wild and Wrangled, Cam is like kind of like...
Yeah.
Type A.
True, and it starts off with...
I kind of want to say Wild and Wrangled.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely a romance. But also I feel like you could be right.
I would be surprised if she didn't do anything from that series.
Would it be Divine Rivals? No.
I don't know. All right. Okay, I'm going to say Wild and Wrangled. I got it right.
You got it.
Dang. I'm proud of myself. Yeah, because Cam is like supposed to be like type A. I also read it like a month ago, but still.
I mean, I did too, but we all know I don't have the best memory. So.
Okay. Last one.
I have a theory. What the heck? Wait, is it the Girl's Guide to Murder?
Your face. What? Maybe, yeah.
Or what if it's The Blonde Identity?
No, because she wakes up. It starts off. She's like, got no memory.
She's like, what's going on? I feel like it has to be a Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
If she didn't do, I'm surprised she didn't do anything. Assistant to the Villain, Apprentice to the Villain, like.
It gives us more to do
in
the future. Do you have any theories? Or do you have any theories on that? I have a theory.
I'm gonna say, I guess, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
Okay.
Is Assistant to the Villain in first person? I can't remember. Ready?
I can't remember. Okay.
The Hating Game. The way that we said that one so many times.
And it was the last one. I have a theory.
That is.
Oh, wait, because doesn't she start off talking about.
Girl, it's been so long since I read that book.
I think she literally starts off talking about, like, how. Something about, like, the line between love and hate. Or, like, how her theory is, like, love and hate are basically the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what
I know, because I was talking to my mom on the phone earlier, and she was saying that some of the books, like, said the book title when you started off.
And I
kind of wonder if that was,
which
like...
Which ones?
Because I'm honestly surprised she didn't do any of the Good Girl's Guide to Murder books or Assistant to the Villain, Apprentice to the Villain, like...
Yeah. But also, I wonder if she was, like, looking through and had, like... was trying to find ones that seemed like we could guess. Mm-hmm. Or, I don't know. I wonder what her brain... what her mindset was. That was fun, though.
That was fun.
That would be really fun to do again, like...
Because there's still a lot of books on our list that we both read that she didn't do.
Yeah. I think this will be fun to do, like... There's some sort of hair on me. Okay. Sorry. I want to do guessing, like, quotes and, like, what character has said them.
Yeah.
Which I think we'd be able to do. Like, we can just look through a book because they say a lot. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a popular quote, but I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
And we'd be able to kind of help each other get to the guessing instead of, like, this. We're literally just, like, nothing to help us, but it was so really fun.
Yeah. That was fun. I was honestly surprised I got as much as I did.
Yeah.
Because...
I wasn't. I knew she was going to get more than me.
How many did I get?
I can't even remember. You got Fourth Wing, Powerless, Fearless... 7-Year Slip, Throne of Glass.
There was some, like, there was no chance I was going to get, like, Love in Other Words. And,
No.
It's been so long. Honestly, I can barely even remember the premise of that book. I know they're, like, kids that she would visit him in the summer when she would go to the...
Whenever her mom died, her dad bought this house, and they would just go there every summer, like, constantly on the weekends.
Yeah.
And she got to know the neighbor boy, and, like, they grew up. And then things happen, like, once they reach 18. And
it's going back and forth.
Yeah, you're going back and forth from the timeline of, like, when they were kids getting to know each other versus when they're adults and they run into each other for the first time and, like, are kind of rehashing all that. Yeah. It's a good book.
Anyways. Well, anyway. That was fun. That was fun little prompts. So next week the book? It's the one after that.
Next week we are doing a little mid-year check-in. Surprise, a little teaser
like
for that.
Recap of everything we've read for the first half of the year,
and just how our book is going, or how our reading is going this year. And then the week after that will be the book club episode.
Yeah, so you still have like 2 weeks to read it.
Please
it's on Kindle Unlimited.
So good.
If you have Libby, it's. I mean, I don't know where you live, but it's
also,
on our Libby.
We didn't get to say this because we hadn't read it when we announced it. There is like 2 spy scenes, so I'm gonna let y'all know that now.
I'm assuming it's at the very end because I'm 80% and there's been nothing yet.
Okay, well, there are 2. So, and they're like back to back. So once you reach that first one, you know you can skip through and like there's going to be another one.
Yeah.
I feel bad because we didn't know that. So we weren't able to like warn, and we try not to pick books with that, but sometimes you don't know and you can't be sure. So there is that, but I don't know. Other than that, It was a group. Yeah. I'm so excited to talk about it. I finished it.
I'm almost done. I'm like loving it. I can already tell it's going to be.
And it's on Kindle Unlimited. Check your library. Yeah. I know we say this literally every week.
The audiobook is really good if you just want to listen to it too. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Thanks so much for watching or listening.
I do that every week. If you got any of the quotes correct. Yeah. Even though y'all were probably kind of guessing blindly because you don't.
Yeah, you don't know.
We had a basis of like we know what books we've read, but you guys didn't. But yeah, whatever.
Anyway,
talk to you next week.